Well, hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, dear ones, and welcome to this evening's prayers. Welcome to New Thought Media Network's evening prayers. A lot of times I'm here in the morning, but I am here this evening with you. So thank you so much for joining in and welcome. So today is, what is today? July 9th, 2020. I'd just like to say happy birthday, Sid, out there, one of my good friends. It's her birthday today. So I would like to share with you who we are, what we are all about. This is New Thought Media Networks. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment, creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network is positively inspiring. That's such a beautiful vision mission statement. So that's a little bit about who we are, and we come from a New Thought philosophy and faith, and we teach about affirmative prayer in our prayer sessions in the evening and the morning. We do an 8:15 a.m. prayer, 8:15 to 8:30, and we also do an evening 8:15 to 8:30 prayer every day for you. So during the difficult times that we've been experiencing, we've realized that bringing ourselves into that prayer and centering ourselves and remembering the truth of who we are and what life is really all about is very helpful during these stressful and crazy times. So thank you for joining me very much. And let's see what's next. So I have a reading for you. The reading I have is coming from my Richer Living, and this is my daily guide, and it is by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker, and they are two of our great New Thought leaders, and they go way back to the early 1900s with their faith and philosophy, and it's definitely works for me. So here we go. This reading is actually for July 9th, and it is page 191 for those of you that have the book. I know there's some of you that have the book. So this one is I am mind. Let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ Jesus. And that comes from Philippians 2:5 in the Bible. This means that we should recognize the divine incarnation, universal in essence, but individualized in personal experience. The spiritual genius of Jesus enabled him to see that each is a unique representation as an individualized expression of the one mind. The mind of God in us is the mind of Christ. At the center of every being, the eternal Christ waits, knocking at the door of his intellect for admission. This is not a faraway presence, nor a future advent. The recognition of Christ can come to anyone at any time and under any circumstance. The consciousness that walked over the troubled waters of human experience, there is that inner calm, and it is accessible to everyone. The indwelling Christ tells me that the words which I speak are spirit and life. The divine authority at the center of my being, which announces itself in every act. I have implicit confidence in this invisible part of me, which is my share in the God nature. Therefore, I shall not doubt and I shall not fear. I know that Christ in me is always triumphant. I know that Christ in me is one with God. There is no separation, no isolation, no aloneness. There is a divine companion who walks with me and whose light is the light I see, and I see that light. So that is your reading for today. That comes from the real traditional side of our New Thought. When pieces coming from the Bible, we do often a metaphysical interpretation of that. So a lot of times the things that we teach about Jesus are in New Thought are that Jesus is the great way shower. He was one of the great teachers, among other many beautiful and inspirational teachers as well. We see him as the way shower. And what we teach is that the divine qualities that were in him are the divine qualities that are within us, such as love, kindness, unconditional love, teaching about peace and forgiveness and faith and trust, and all of those great qualities that Jesus talked about in many of his parables are what we teach and talk about in New Thought, in ways that we can apply them into our lives in this daily life. So that's where we pull from those readings. So that is my reading for this evening. So now we go into our share a prayer. And hello, Susan. Suzanne, there she is. There she is. Hi, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Nice. Oh, now I got to put it back on. I always forget to put it back on the. Okay, there we go. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. So now we will go into the share a prayer time. And now we do have a prayer request email that you can email your prayer request to. It is prayer@ntmedia.org. So you're welcome to send your prayers there if you have anything that you'd like us to pray about, and it will come to us, and we will make sure that prayer gets done and into the hands of that universal intelligence and presence, so that it can work its magic and work the law, work the principles. Anyway, so let's move into a time of prayer. And during this time, I like for my evening prayers, I really enjoy using this big candle. I think it's really a kind of a neat way to kind of focus in and center into the principles of that oneness that we can experience. And a lot of times if we look into the flame, it is just one tool, it's one method to connecting with yourself, with your higher self, with your inner self. So if we just gaze into this flame for a moment and just settle yourselves into your chair and center yourselves into this very moment. Just take a deep breath in, inhale with me. Good evening, Ursula. Thank you for being here. We're doing some breath work. Breathe in with me. Let's do one more breath. In. And as we recognize that every breath that we breathe, it is the breath of God breathing us. You're welcome to close your eyes and center in and know and recognize that divine intelligence lives and permeates in our being right here, right now. And the beauty of that light is the light that lives within inside of you. It is the light that lives inside of me. It is that Christ light, Christ mind, Christ consciousness that we tap into all of those divine qualities, knowing and recognizing that divine intelligence lives and moves and breathes within us. That divine intelligence permeates the universe. Divine wisdom, divine guidance. It is the truth of what this life is. It resonates in and through each and every individual. The energy lives and moves and breathes in and through everyone and everything. For it is that intelligence that permeates, it is the love, it is that divine peace, strength and wisdom, health and wholeness, all divine qualities of this divine mind, divine love, divine light. And it is the qualities that reside within us. For we know and recognize that as we see and know this to be the truth, feeling it through our breath, feeling this divine energy through our heartbeat, that we are one with it. We are not separate. We are not alone. We are not by ourselves. We are connected with that one energy, that one love, that one light. It always lives within inside of us, just like the light of the candle. That light is always there, whether the flame is lit and it is glowing, or it is quiet and peaceful and mellow. That strength and the love and the light is always within us. And as we know that we are connected with it, we can use this energy and tap into this love and this light and bring peace into ourselves, bring peace into our mind, bring peace into our hearts. Knowing that this Christ energy, this Christ consciousness does reside inside of us and it is a part of us. And as we tap into it and we use this energy, we know that we can make it through any situation. We just look out into the world and when we see times of turmoil and frustration and irritation and just the unknowingness of this COVID that we've been dealing with, this pandemic, we just have to bring it back to God and bring it back to the truth of who we know that we are as that divine intelligence and divine wisdom, and that it is working in our lives. Regardless of the situations that we see every day, we can return to that peace, that inner light, and remember the truth. And as we remember that truth and we bring peace into our lives and bring peace into our heart and our soul, and we feel that centeredness through our breath, we can then take this light and this love out into the world with us. And when we get up in the morning, before we go to bed at night, we can just lay down, seeing and recognizing that divine love and that divine light that lives within inside of us, and take it with you to bed and allow it to bless you. Allow that light to bless you. For it is strength and wisdom and love and peace and health and harmony, all of those amazing qualities. And we know that those qualities will hold us together, as we can hold on to those qualities through any strife, through any situations that we may be dealing with right now. We just know that that divine wisdom is working in and through us. It is working through the universe. That divine intelligence knows what to do and when to do it. And we can release this prayer into the hands of God, release this energy into the universe, sending love, sending peace, sending strength and health and balance out into the world. And with God, all things are possible. With that Christ consciousness, we can make a difference in this world. That's what we're here to do. And each one of us are called in a different way to express it. So we just tap into it. We just allow ourselves to be immersed in it and sleep peacefully, sleep with peaceful dreams, affirming and knowing that divine wisdom and love is surrounding us in and through our entire being. All our cells are blessed. Our mind is blessed. Our heart is blessed. For we are made in the image and the likeness of that divine intelligence and divine qualities of God, divine qualities of spirit. So we just release it into the universe, into the hands of God, knowing that our prayers are heard and answered. We release it and we let go and say, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Mm-hmm. There's your prayer for this evening. So take that with you as you slowly bring yourself down into a peaceful state. Just let go of the TV and your phone and all that stuff. Just put it away. Just put it aside and just light a candle and then remember to blow it out. Or just be with yourself, be with your breath, be with your family. good for your heart. So I just have a couple of announcements. Of course, I have my fabulous book, 4 Fabulous Fairy Tales and Mindful Mini Meditations. There are lots of beautiful stories and guided meditations in there that you can use as tools before you go to sleep. They're beautiful and great for children, but they're also great for adults. It's a great way to bring your mind and your soul some peace and some downtime, down energy, but with these beautiful stories and the meditations that will relax you and lull you into a beautiful sleep for this evening. So you can go to lisawilliamsbooks.com if you would like more information. It tells you a little bit more about the stories behind the story. My daughter and I started writing these stories back when she was 4. She has an amazing imagination, as children do. So definitely check that out and let me know what you think about the book. I also have my 1-minute meditations, 1-minute pause on my Facebook page, and you can go to the one, my 4 Fab Fairy is the Instagram, and then there's the Facebook is Facebook me at Love Life 7, LUVLIFE 7. You can go there and get your 1-minute pause for the day, and that'll remind you to just take a moment and be peaceful. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. It was a pleasure to see you and be with you. Have a wonderful evening, girls. Thank you so much for coming, and blessings and peace and love to you. Bye for now. See ya.